Hey guys, today is Meet the Client Day. So I'm going to introduce you to one of my clients. She's going to do a nice intro, and then we're going to have a little chat to see how she's found using products made by Zoll. So meet Rikki. So Rikki, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us a bit more about you, and most importantly, what you do.
Hi, Sylvette. Hi, everybody. My name is Rikki Parker. Um, what I do basically is I take all your boring household bills. You've probably got them, one coming out in the middle of the month, one coming out at the beginning of the month, lots of different suppliers. And I basically take them all and I put them all onto one bill, make it really simple for you, give you great customer service, one direct debit, one password to remember, one call centre in London to deal with and great, amazing, which awarded company. So yeah, that's basically what I do in a nutshell.
So you talk about saving people money. Can you just talk about a bit more about that in terms of, because I know after recommending you, we talked a lot about the cashback reward scheme. Is that something that you currently do?
Yeah, definitely. So anybody who's a customer with us, we give you this like amazing. Let me find mine. It's in the back of my phone. It lives in the back of my phone. So I'm not a girly girl. I don't have a handbag. Just one of these like flat things. Basically, that is my card. So it's just one card, and every time I shop with that card, it reduces my utility bill the next month. So say I'll give you an example. Say I went to Marks and Spencers, and I spend £100 in Marks and Spencers. We give 5% in Marks and Spencers cashback. So I'm still going to pay £100 at the till, but next month, when I get my utility bill, I'm going to have £5 deducted off of it because I had to buy some shopping. So it's the idea is just the things you were going to buy every day, your everyday groceries, petrol, clothes, shoes, holidays, stuff from Zor, anything you're going to buy, use that card and you're going to get money off your utility bill.
Can you tell us where we can find you on Instagram, so people know?
Yeah, sure. Yes. You can follow me at Instagram. Either my personal page is Rikki Parker, or my business page is Super Shopper Bill Dropper. Bit of a mouthful, I know. Um, you can find me there, or if you can't remember what I just said, ask Sylvette, and I'm sure she will send you.
Definitely, definitely. So let's start with you being a customer of Zoll, most importantly. Can you tell us what products you've bought from Zoll?
Yes. So the two products that I buy most frequently from you guys are the cassava wraps and the new amazing granola that you guys have done. And I was very lucky; I got to test a few of the very beginning trials as well. So yeah, they are my two absolute must-haves. Go back to all the time. The reason I love them most is because the wraps they come in these packs of five, and I just buy them, maybe three, four, 5 packs at a time, and I just put them in the freezer. And then I've always got something to go to as kind of like a quick lunch that I know is going to be healthy and good for me. Um, but I'm really into my sport, and at the moment I'm training, so I know that if I'm going to have a wrap for lunch, it's going to force me to put something healthy inside it. If I'm going to go to the extreme of getting a Zor wrap out, I'm not going to fill it with rubbish. So it really makes me think. Right, when I'm doing my shopping, what am I going to put in my wraps? So rather than buying, God, having a ham and mayonnaise roll, I'm going to get some hummus. I'm going to get some falafel. I'm going to get some fresh avocado. I'm going to get some cherry tomatoes. And that's the thing with them. You can just throw loads of different stuff in, and everyone comes out slightly different because it's just a nice combo of whatever you've got, in the fridge at that point. So yeah, they're my absolute favourites.
I must say, you've sent me shots of your food and I've actually posted them on Instagram so people can see your creative side. And I think it's fabulous the way that you've used our products to showcase new recipes, but in particular the wraps. And I love the colors that you use. I mean, one of the pictures that we have on Instagram is a beetroot one, and it has mushrooms, and you can see all the colors coming out. It's quite creative. So absolutely one of my favorite. We have lots of feedback on that wrap, and the customers are just kind of going crazy looking at your creative side. So you've
Yeah, I
talked
love
about,
that beetroot. It's just beautiful. It just pops.
I
But I
know.
think mushrooms, I just fried them off in some coconut oil. So the coconut oil gave it a whole another flavour. So
Yes.
yeah, just yeah, brilliant. Love them.
So the second question is, we talked about your creative insight. We want to talk about the impact it's had on you. So we talked about a lot about training. So tell us that difference. How does it impact in terms of training?
So the great thing that obviously, you have educated me on, and that's the thing I love about you, is you don't just, sell your product. You're all about education, and it's that slow release of energy rather than that kind of, quick hit and then you're feeling sluggish. You don't feel sluggish when you eat your products. It's just, a release of energy that just keeps me going throughout the day. And again, same with that, the granola that I will have in the morning, either with some yogurt or with some milk. Again, it's just something that keeps you going, but it's light. You don't feel heavy, yet you're not feeling hungry at the same time. So that's the difference it's made to me. I don't feel like I have to snack after having your products. I
Yeah.
don't get that high and then that slump. It's just a nice constant sort of energy buzz, really.
I think that's one of the benefits of using cassava, because we know that it produces glucose at a steady rate. So it actually helps the athlete and it helps the gut, um, and it actually refuels the body. So I think that's one of the benefits of using cassava.
Definitely. And I mean, I was naive to it again until I met you. And also, I'm lucky that I don't have any food intolerances, but it's still my preferred choice. I don't have to eat gluten free,
Yeah.
but I do because I like the way it makes me feel.
And I think that's the most important thing. I think people always talk about, because the item or our meals are gluten free. Can I have it if I don't have an allergy? And the answer is yes. The products are made for everybody. It's just so happened to be nutritious and gluten free, but it means anyone can have them. And they're great tasting and made with fresh ingredients. So the most important question for me is, would you recommend this and why?
Of course, I would recommend you. Obviously, for all the reasons I've just said. But something else which is important to me is, you guys, you are a local family-run business, and that's for me so important to support people around you, people who give back. And I'm going to actually flip it on you, and I'm going to throw it back to you because I know why you do what you do. Because it's not just about your immediate family,
Yeah.
your unit at home, but it's the farmers in St. Lucia. So why don't you tell me why you do what you do
I
and
think
the impact?
for us, the vision always has been to create a legacy, and farming is one of the things I'm most passionate about. It's about sustainability, it's about growth, it's about eating healthy, but it's about ensuring that people are able to provide for their families, to send them to college, university, and creating that generational line. You are what you eat. So therefore, I want to take out the preservatives. I want to take out the chemicals. I want to make sure that people don't have gastro problems. People are not having medical problems based on the ingredients that manufacturing companies are now putting in those sort of foods that are affecting people's body. So the more that we have farmers growing proper food, that they're more organic, they're fresh, the less impact we have on the world and in terms of our bodies. But I love farming. Farming is something that I think for me is part of my soul, it's part of my husband's soul. We're both passionate about it, but it's about also giving back, and sustaining the planet in a healthy way.
Yeah,
So as a business, the more you grow, the more you're able to get those farmers to farm and produce food, which in turn will help them to feed their family, but also make sure that they in turn have a business that they can run and have a legacy themselves. And if you help one person in this world, you can impact so many different people down the line. So it's also about giving back and also educating on food. I think a lot of people don't understand the benefits of good food. And if you go shopping, I would dare anybody to just pick up the packet, look at the ingredients. If you can't pronounce any of the words, go and look it up, and then look at the side effects of what you're eating. And then down the line, if you consume 20, 30 years and you have gastro problems, you start to wonder, why am I having all of these complications? It's because for 20 years you've been putting this chemical in your body and haven't thought about it, because everyone goes to the supermarket and just pick up shopping and don't look at what they're actually eating. But if you're
yeah.
buying a new car, if you're buying a new home, you kind of look for all the specifications that you're looking for.
Do your research.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do your research, you want to make sure you got the right mortgage, this window has this,
It's
my car has
that's
this.
true, isn't it? If we don't make time to focus on our wellness now, we sure as heck are going to have to be making time for our illness soon enough. So
Exactly.
let's stop it before it happens.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, key point, you are what you eat. Your body should be your temple. it should be the most important thing you look after, because you need it, particularly if you're a parent, that you give your children the opportunity to grow old with you. I'm not saying that eating healthy would stop you from getting an illness, but it's like an MOT. If you do the right things, you give yourself a better chance down the line
We
to make
control the
sure.
controllables,
Yeah,
don't we?
definitely. So you flipped the question on me. I hope I answered it correctly.
You pass.
Barely.
You'll kill me for that off camera later, won't you?
Well, I think it's a good question. I think sometimes it's important for people to know
That's my
what you're.
answer. That's your answer. I knew you could answer it better than me. Why would I recommend you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I must say, watching Rosario create products, which is my husband, and watching the amount of love, passion, commitment that he has put into Zor, into making sure that every client gets the best out of every meal, making sure that when he's creating recipes, it's about the client first. Making sure we look at whether or not they have any medical disorders, whether or not they're lacking any vitamins, and making sure that he can incorporate that in the products that he's created for bespoke clients. So these are things that I'm quite proud of to be associated with. But most importantly, watching the love of food grow daily is key for me.
And that anybody who knows you and knows your family and your business, there is no business starts, family starts. It's one, you live, you breathe, Zora is your life because you care so much and you do, you put everything into it because you care that passionately about it and it
Yeah.
means something to you.
Yeah, it's
Um,
also our way of life. So when you create products and you consume products, you can actually tell people the benefits because you've lived through the benefits, so you understand what it is. But also you can then educate people as to why they're better and why they're suitable for your diet. And I think that is key when you love something. Yeah. So,
love you.
Mrs. Parker, thank you for taking the time to speak to me and going through this interview. As it's always a pleasure to spend time with you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'll see you very soon, I hope.
See you soon. Bye.